Todd Coley here with the Texan News Sports. Head coach of the men's baseball team, Bryan Conger, and senior shortstop, Evan Robinson. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Coach, 6 seasons here as the head coach for the baseball team. Reflect a little bit on your time here in Stephenville and how you've seen the program change since you started coaching.
Well, you're just going to make me feel old, force me to reflect. But it's been awesome. When we got here a few years ago, we probably obviously didn't have the greatest reputation within the conference and things. So it's been a lot of fun to watch it grow, watch young men like Evan grow, kind of in unison. It goes hand in hand. As those guys grow, the program grows. So it's been a lot of fun.
Now, Evan, as a senior here, you've seen some great accomplishments. A couple years ago, you all won the regular season. You were the Lone Star Conference champions, and then last year you guys won the tournament. So what are some of your favorite memories playing here?
Well, those are both really cool memories. I think my favorite memories are just being with the guys, every day. Those are the things that I really will hold on to for sure during my time here.
Now, Coach, I mentioned last year y'all won the LSC Tournament, and talk a little bit about how exciting that was for you as a coach and how the athletes reacted to winning such an award.
It was awesome because, to be quite honest with you, we felt going into it we were probably a pitcher short of being able to do what we wanted to do. But that's the beauty of athletics. I mean, the kids, had a good weekend. They really executed in a timely fashion, and then. I've told Evan, tell the guys all the time as a coach, you really enjoy watching them get the dog pile. That's something that we really enjoy doing, and getting to watch them celebrate is really what it's all about as a coach. Helping them off the field and then getting them to a point where they have the opportunity to celebrate on the field. It's a lot of fun.
Now, Evan, pretty much the same question for you. What was it, as an athlete, your point of view last year, winning the conference tournament championship? How did that feel, and what did you guys he's talking about the dog pile and everything. What were some of the emotions going through y'all's heads during that time?
I mean, after that strike three, there's no better feeling than just jumping on each other and, celebrating that win together. It was a very up and down season, but we got hot late, and then to be able to do that was a really cool thing. It was very cool.
Now, Coach, after winning the tournament last year, it got you all a spot in regionals. Explain the experience your team gained from that and kind of how they grew in that tournament.
It's a great experience. We went up to Colorado at Mesa State, and obviously they have a tremendous facility, a tremendous setup. And then just getting to compete at that level and getting the guys that are back this year, the young group that was here last year, getting them to see what the competition level is like and realizing that it's still, even though you're in a regional, it's still no different than what you're practicing and working on day in and day out. And it's just, whoever's going to go out and execute the best that weekend, and the team that plays the best, really, because at that point you're all pretty well even talent-wise. And so I think that was a great learning experience for our young guys.
Now, Evan, we just talked about the last 2 seasons, very successful. What do you expect for a follow-up this season as a senior here?
Well, I am very excited. So far, the team's looking really good. I think if we just keep working day in, day out like we are, I think that we can have a really special year this year, for sure.
Now, Coach, you pitched here for Tarleton. Explain, it was just a few years ago, explain how the team has changed since you were here as a player and kind of how the program was back then, like I said, just a few short years ago.
Back when I played here, it was a good program. We were in the postseason all the time, and things like that. As far as the way the game itself maybe has changed, the bats are definitely different. I tell our pitchers all the time, you get no sympathy from me. Back when I pitched here, the position players got to swing the dynamite sticks. But it's been a lot of fun to see just how the campus, the school itself has evolved over the years, and as well as the program. Just being here long enough to see everything that's moving forward. It's been pretty neat.
Now, Evan, it's fall ball right now. There's off-season workouts going on. Explain to us a little bit what goes into an off-season workout.
Well, we definitely intend on practicing even harder than we play so that when we play, the game feels easy. And so normal day, we'll wake up at 5, we'll lift at 6 a.m., and then we'll work out anywhere from 1 or 2 to about 6. Just get our work in, and then usually we'll have study hall at 8. So it's a pretty full day.
Now, Coach, would you evaluate a little bit of the off-season training, how you think it's going in fall ball and everything?
I think it's going really well. I've been very pleased with the effort level that these guys have given, and I think if you sit back and reflect, which you hate to do as a coach. But if I look at it right now, I'd say we're probably further along with this team at this point in the fall than any team we've had since I've been here, as far as our ability to put things in for them to execute it and then be in a position to move forward. We've got about a week and a half left of fall ball, and I feel like when we wrap up, we're going to be really close to being where you want to be as a coach on paper, but you hardly ever get to. So we're feeling pretty good about it.
Now, Evan, being a shortstop for 4 years here, you've probably got some MLB, not role models, but guys that you maybe, kind of play like. Who is it that's kind of your favorite in the MLB right now at shortstop?
Well, not anymore, but it's got to be Jeter. It's the way that he goes about his business day in and day out. That's a guy that I definitely want to emulate, and he really is an awesome role model for me.
Now, Coach, what have you told your team about goals for finishing up fall ball and then spring's time? What are the goals for the team?
Literally, our goal right now is to have the best practice on October 1st of 2014 that we have the ability to have. People that come around our program are familiar with it, understand. We spend a lot of time talking about staying in the present moment. We have an ultimate goal. We feel like we're at a point with our program with an opportunity to win a third conference championship, with an opportunity to go to a third regional in 4 years. The next logical step is that we get through a regional and make it to the World Series. So that's the ultimate goal. That's something we've defined, but on a daily basis, we literally are just working on being as into the present moment the best that we can.
Now, Evan, being here 4 years, you've played with a lot of talented players. What is it about Coach Conger that you think brings the best out of these athletes?
I think that coach just genuinely cares about his players, not just on the field and their abilities, but off the field and making them better men. And I think making them better men off the field and helping them get better for the future, I think also helps them get better on the field today. And I think that's really important. That's really cool.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Good luck on finishing up fall ball and going in towards the spring.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.